Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to Nellie and Ruth Designs. Today, I'm going to try to make a journaling pocket and card out of this envelope. I've seen it done a lot of times from other gals, and I thought I would try it. Something new to me, so if I fumble and mumble through this procedure, so be it. I'm just going to fix my camera a little bit. I woke up this morning at 1, 4, 1, 2, 3 with a massive migraine. I was up at 4 in my office slash craft room here doing some Bible reading. And I thought that would help, but my eyes get very fuzzy when I have a migraine. I did end up going back to bed. I don't know if I slept. It doesn't feel like I slept. But I wanted to, work on this video, and I have a luncheon to go to today. So I want to get started on this. And I want to thank everybody for joining in. I'm still getting new subscribers. So obviously what people are seeing, they like. So I thank you very much. I appreciate it. And for those who are returning, I appreciate that as well. Your customer base, as long as they can keep coming back to you, that's your repeat customers. That's a good thing. So thank you again, everybody. So again, I'm working on the design team project for September. And I'm using Sharon's paper over at Mad Paper Crush on Etsy. And I will say again, if you see something here that you like, as far as the digital papers, go over to Mad Paper Crush on Etsy. You can receive a discount if you type in my name, Nellie and Ruth Designs. That's my company name. My name is Barbie. A lot of people call me Nellie. I don't really care. But my real name is Barbie. But if you type in Nellie and Ruth Designs, you will receive a discount over at Mad Paper Crush. So I kind of have an idea of what I want to do. And I want to use this paper, but this paper I ran off on regular copy paper, and it's not heavy enough. So I ran it off this particular design on my photo paper. So I think the first thing I'm going to do is, I really don't even know where to start. Like I said, I've never made one of these, but I've seen girls make them, and in different formats, different ways. So I think I'm just going to dig in, and I'm going to see where it takes me. I thought I'm going to have my tag coming out of the top. I thought I'd have a tag in the back, but I don't want that. So I think what I'm going to do is, I don't want this big and bulky either. I think I am going to cut this down. Like this. And I am going to cut these at a little bit of an angle for folding. Let's get a little bit closer to me. So that will be a little more presentable. I think what I'm going to do as well is, I'm not going to glue it down yet because I want the paper to wrap around each end. Then I will do it. So I need to pick a paper for the underbody. So I think I'm going to pull that one or this. I think I'll pull this one of Sharon's because it's a little rosier in color. Yeah, and I think I'm just going to have to start. So I need my ruler. And I'm going to measure this out. So we'll do 5 3/4. And I think I will do, I'd like to have that section there. I don't want this big wording. So I'm going to do 5 3/4. And okay, let's do, I'll have it wrap a little bit on the bottom. Let's do 6, just a little over 6. Do 6 1/4. Again, I've never made one of these, so you're just going to have to bear with me because I'm not a pro at it like the other gals. So this will, I didn't leave much to wrap, did I? I didn't leave much to wrap. I could have made that a little bit wider, huh? And again, it's not, I didn't have it all that straight either, did I? On my paper. Yeah. Oh, I didn't really want to use that one. Well, you know what? I'm going to use this one. I'll just use the lighter part of it. So I think what I'm going to do, I don't know what I'm going to do. I just don't know what I'm doing. So this is 3 by 4. So I think the first thing I'm going to do, and maybe this will be better to use because it has these lines on here, and I can go by these lines when I cut my 3 by 4 out. And it's actually going to be 4. I want a little bit overhang. So, all right, let's just try it. If I mess this up, I mess it up. Just start again. So I'm going to, I can't really see over that without getting my head in the way. So I think I'm going to do it this way. I'm doing it just a little bit longer. I'm going to line this up so I get a straight line down. I'm going to line it up here. And then that way I can it's 4 1/4. I'm sure there's a much easier way to do this. And then I'm going to line it up here on my lines on my, I have to be careful because if I cut too far over, that's 4. I want to come in a little bit. Oh, golly gosh. I'm going to line this up at the 2, so then I can just go down to the 5. Leave a little bit there because I don't want to. I'd rather have the window too small because then I can always I'm going to mess this up again. I'm just not sure about this. Like I said, I've never done this before. It's real, people. It's real. It is real. All right. Let's see if this works. Well, I went down a little too far, didn't I? But if I bring this down a little bit, let's see, it's just not working out for me. Well, I think it'll be all right if I do it like that because I do want to have an overlay of this. So let me just get this on here and then I can cut and play after. And I'm not going to use my Yoo-hoo because I don't want it to I don't want it to act up. And when I say act up, I don't want the paper to curl. Add a little bit here because I can always add more once I get it on. All right. So I'm going to try to get it right along here as best I can. The one thing with this glue is it does adhere quickly. So I kind of have to work quickly. And with my head being as fuzzy as it is this morning, that's not, that is not really the prescribed way for me. So, all right, so the top here, I'm just going to take this back part off of the envelope. This I'm going to glue down here. And this I can cut fairly close because we'll be taking this flap and moving it over. And this is where I want to be careful because, oh, excuse me, I want to bring this up. And the top part we are going to have to cut. I may, well, I don't have enough room to tuck that in. Let's start at the bottom here. Let's see. Think in my head how I want to do this part here. We'll see if that works. I'm sorry. I don't mean to be rude and coughing in your faces this morning. It's not the way I want to do it. I want to do it this way. Come on, Barbie. Come on there, girl. All right, so let's do this end. I think it's so far so good. I don't know. We'll see. What to do for this one? I gotta think. I don't want to mess it up when I'm in the home stretch and then have to start all over again. I think I'll do this side first. Okay, and then we will get I would like to try to tuck this down inside. Just it'll add a little reinforcement. So we don't have a lot to work with. So I'm just going to cut this down. And I think that will work out just fine. And I didn't even think about adding, I'm going to have to add something to the back there because I didn't even think about that. So I'm going to add something to the back first, and obviously, I don't know what happened here, but it is not straight at all. So it's just a day in the life of me crafting. So let me add something to the back side of this. And I think I want the green or I want the blue. I like the blue. And I think that would be pretty up against this because it has that blue in it. So I am going to add this, and I'm going to make just a little mark here and a little mark here. And then I'm just going to add a little pencil mark to that so I can see where to cut it. And I will try to cut it straight, so this is a little bit taller here. I'm probably doing this ass backwards as to how it could be done properly, but and then I think what I'm going to have to do in order for that tag to fit properly in there, this should fit in here, is I'm going to trim this a little bit. And I'm going to use the ruler. I'm just going to take this part off right here. And this will be on the back side anyways, but I want the tag to the tag will slide down in front of this, so we're not going to be putting this over the back, over the top of that. We're just going to glue this down like this. And then we will put this in like this, and then we will glue this back side onto this side. So I'm going to start with the glue here. Have you ever seen such a disaster? This is ridiculous, but I'm going to have to go back and rewatch some of the other gals when they make their window envelopes and tags. And because I don't like the back here exposed, even though it would be on a piece of paper, I'm going to put something on the back side of here. I just don't like to see any raw material. So let me get that little piece that I cut too short, or I didn't cut properly. I didn't cut big enough. I'm going to put this right on the back here. And I can cut this down to size. So I'm going to cut this 5 by 5 3/4. And I think that'll work out just fine. So we're going to do, and I'm going to cut these sides off that and then 5 3/4. Let's see if that fits. Yeah, and that's good. And I'm going to put this right. I'm going to attach it right to that there and down. And I think that'll be fine. Ay, 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 ay. And I found that when I use this tip on certain papers, it makes marks. So I'm going to do around the edges, and then I'm just going to go down here in the middle. Just so I don't make marks on the paper here. As I move my paper around and I get glue underneath everything else. I don't want to get my head in the viewing area. Okay, there we go. And we're just going to glue this down a little bit here where I cut. Is it perfect? No, not by any means. So this will be my prototype. And then I can just improve on it. So all right, so what I'd like to do next for the outside is I want to cut around here these beautiful images, and I want to put it on the outside. Where the window is. So that's why I ran this off on a heavier paper. So I'm making this video on a Tuesday. I'm not sure. I think this is part 4 of my design team project. And I'm not sure how many more I'm going to do. I've made a lot of little really cute ephemera pieces that you can use in a junk journal. I don't want this. I'm wondering if I want it to go all the way down. Maybe I will have it go all the way down. And because I'm not doing a journal or a book, another type of book, I'm just making little pieces. I don't think I have to really do a lot. But I did want to try this window, the envelope pocket. And I think I'll definitely have to go back and hone my skills in on it. All right, so let's pop this out. Let us pop this out. Okay. So I'm wondering if I should, I think I'm going to take, instead of squaring it off at the top, I'm going to I'm going to set that there. I don't want to have a glare in your eyes from the lights. I think I'll do my best too to see if I can round these a little bit. My husband hasn't left for work yet. And he says, I'll come up and say goodbye to you before I leave. And I says, no, don't do that. I says, give me a hug and a kiss now. I says, because I'm filming. Now the phone, I can hear he was just upstairs. And the phone started ringing. And I heard him. Yes, and there's a bird that hit my window. Even the birds are having a bad day today. Okay, we can bring that down. Okay. And I am going to take, I'm wondering if I should take some of this white out down here, but maybe I won't. I'll just let it run down through. I think that's going to be pretty. So we're going to place that there, and I'm going to do that straight away. I don't know what's going on with my throat today. Yesterday, I cut a bunch of ragweed down in the yard. That's probably what's going on with my my throat. And I think what I'm going to do, because I have a little bit white here, and I'm going to look to see, I have some real pretty washi tape. Just bear with me. I have this washi tape that I have not used yet. maybe I can run just a delicate little piece across there. These would be, although these would be pretty. These are a little wider. So let's see, let's play a little bit. We could do something like that. That would be wide. I don't want that. Or we could run just a small little bead. Just to give it a little accent. Now, those are little boats. I don't want boats. This one here, let's take a look at this. Yeah, I think this will be good. And because this is not very sticky, I'm going to run a little bead of glue along here just to hold it. And I'll wrap it around the back. There we go. And then I can trim this later if I feel necessary to trim that. There, so I think that adds a nice little touch, and you don't really see that little bit of white. So this may come out halfway decent after all. All right, so we're going to get this glued on. And I'm wondering, before I do that, if I might want to add a little label. Sharon has some nice labels here that I've used in the past. We could try the ovals. Oh, these are pretty. We could try these. And maybe these. I'll pop those out. And let's see, so I'm pretty good on time. So I just kind of want to see here what, maybe we could just add one of these to the bottom. Maybe over here. I think an oval might be too, well, the oval would be pretty because I could blend it right into with that. So this one here has a little bit of red on it. And then we could add some wording. Do I want one that is more white? No, we'll go with the cream. We will go with the cream. And I think we'll do the tag. We'll do the tag on the next go around because I don't want to have this be too lengthy for you. I'm trying to shorten my videos a little bit. I don't want to be doing too much all the time. And then this side here, we'll cut this little bit out here. And I want to put that on the side. So I want to get this down first. So if we have this here like this, we're going to move this down here a bit. I'm going to put a little bit. Let me get this right here so I don't lose the position. Okay. All right, I'm going to get this down. And I am going to, up to here, I'm going to get my corner done. Then I can add to it. Just by lifting and putting it around the side here, and then we will cut. I will cut off the remaining. And I'm not going to glue this down. I want it to have some relief there. I'm just going to flip this over. And I do not, I mean, sometimes I will do this on the front, but I don't want to lift any of this up. If you don't like turning your paper over on the back side, you can also put a piece of paper if you use one of these. Tanya, if you're watching this video, girlfriend, this is how you use your paddle that I sent you. And then you were having a problem with sticky fingers. So this will help you. And it will help adhere everything down nice and tight. All right, so I'm going to trim this off here. Okie dokie. Well, so far so good. That is pretty. Okay, and then let's get this cut on this side here. And we will see if this will work out or not for this corner. So I'm going to set this back here. So if anyone, you can tell I'm still tired from my migraine. If anybody out there has any tips for me on these window envelopes, or if you've had, you have any little shortcuts you want to share with me, go ahead and comment. But I know that Rachel at Roxy, she does these, and Tanya over at Tatty Treasures, she's done them before. many times, so I just have to go. I know Gail Agostinelli has done them. I'm kind of behind the 8 ball. I don't always like to do what everybody else is doing. I don't want to be a clone. And if you're like everybody else, then I don't think you'll have many viewers, because they've seen it before and been there, done that. So I'm trying to bring a little different twist to what I have to offer. Sometimes I can offer things, and sometimes like I said, been there, done that. You've done it before and seen it. When I was up this morning early, before the butt crack of dawn, I was doing some, like I said, some Bible reading. And I went on to YouTube, and I typed in Bible journaling. I've tried Bible journaling, but it's not for me. With all the other journaling that I do and stuff, I just don't need to take something else on. And I ran across a gal, and she was explaining how she Bible journals. And I really like the way that she does it. There's nothing fancy. She just literally writes her notes out, and then she breaks down each verse. And she was explaining it, and I really, really like how she does that. So I have to go back and subscribe to her channel. She'd be a good one to Bible study with. I used to go to Bible study, and I don't have Bible study anymore. I really liked it at our church. We had the honor of having a Sister Catherine. At the time, she was 101, and she used to join us, and she was just as sharp as a tack, and I used to love talking to Sister Catherine. And I asked her one day, how did she come about becoming a nun? What made her what made her choose to become a nun? And she said that it was expected of her. Yeah, I like that. That's pretty, and I like the way it comes around over this part of the... She said that ever since she was, you know, living at home and being raised. That's what was expected of her, to become a nun. And she was just very, very interesting. When she was 100, she wanted to hike our local mountain. And a retired sheriff who attends our church, he took her up. And it is no easy mountain to summit. It's short, but it's steep. It's right in our backyard, literally right in the church's backyard, and Sister Catherine did it. That was for her 100th birthday. And I think at 102, she fell and she broke her hip. And the doctors were like, you know, we can fix it, but she goes, you're going to fix it. She goes, I'm going to have surgery. You're going to fix it. And they performed surgery. She came out great. She lived in the rectory as long as she could. She was taken care of by another sister, Sister Linda. And then when it got too much, she went down to the home for the nuns, about an hour away from here. I would go down. I went down twice to see her. She lived to be 106. God bless her. But I felt bad. Long at last, she lost her hearing. She lost her eyesight. But God wasn't ready to take her. She was serving some purpose. But with Sister Catherine gone and Sister Linda, she surprised everybody, and she left the church about 4 years ago. She got married, which just shocked us all. She married her high school sweetheart, I guess. She moved away, so there's no one left to do Bible study. So if any of you out there know of a really good Bible study instructor on YouTube or podcast, please let me know. Because I do like Bible studies. All right, let's get this on here. And then I think maybe I can find one little thing to put on the front, and then we'll be good to go. And then in the next video, we'll get this tag all set and ready. And my husband will be happy. I'll get to say goodbye to him again, because I will have finished this video before he goes off to work. Okay. I guess I will bring this up here a little bit more, and I can just snip that end off. So that's the other thing that, I want to emphasize. When you have some nice designs, you can, cut them out of your paper. You don't have to use, and that was the one reason why I'm doing this type of, these projects for this design team. You don't always have to use digital papers. You don't always have to make a junk journal with them, basically is what I'm saying, or you can do a lot of different things with them. That's very pretty. That's going to come out nice. So let me see what I have for some wording. I'm going to think about that because I may tie it in with the tag. So I'm going to leave it as such right now. But I think that came out really pretty. And then the tag, of course, will slide down inside, inside here. And we have our back here. So yeah, I think that came out really good for somebody not knowing what they're doing. So thanks for joining in, everybody. I really enjoyed this. Obviously, God was with me this morning. He laid his creative hands on me, and I was able to get through this with you. I hope you liked this video. If you did, give me a thumbs up, leave a comment, and I'd love to have you subscribe, and we will move on to do the tag next. All right, everybody, have a great day. Bye-bye.